Like many food and beverage players trying to bridge digital divide with its customers, MorganField's has launched an app to sell its sticky bones. But how does launching an app add to a business? We asked CEO Dr. Jeffrey Goh. So hi Jeffrey.
Hi Charlotte.
Most of the newcomer in F&B market, they have already embraced the digital platform. They have launched their mobile applications, and you just launched it last month. Do you think you're late in this game?
Actually, I don't think we are late because what we have launched is the apps that is personal to Morgan, and it's an all-encompassing apps where we include, for the start, a bit of history of the brand, the full menu, the location of our location of outlets where you can find it on Waze, and we have our personalized online reservation system.
So for this application, they can do online reservation like what you say, they can have a reward system in the application, but how has the response been so far?
Oh, first and foremost, when we soft launched it on, I still can remember, 15th of May, we did a official launch by media on the 1st of June. I was told by my team as of last Friday, we have already hit 10,000 downloads. And in fact, it's something which I didn't expect to achieve 10,000 downloads. But more encouraging is that I expected the online reservation to take a while to kick into gear, so to speak.
So MorganField's, basically they started their own tech team, Info Mechanics and John Berhard, to build this mobile app. But how much have you spent on in this?
Info Mechanics was formed about a year ago when I decided to create the apps, and I decided it to be in-house for the fact that I believe we will be able to do apps that's more operations friendly and also guest friendly. So for the past 1 year, we have invested close to 200,000 on the creating this app by creating Info Mechanics.
But how much more are you planning to spend on this digital platform?
For MorganField's per se, in fact, this is just the initial period. We already created a jingle for our MorganField's jingle that is going to work with the apps. Let's say you have my MorganField apps. If let's say the jingle plays, we're going to play the jingle a few times in a day in the outlet. If the jingle plays, you have the apps will recognize the jingle, and immediately you can download that, maybe a free fries or one. That's one. And as I mentioned, we will create. We are thinking of creating games in the MorganField apps where you play games and you win. You get rewards and things like that.
So what kind of expansion are you expecting in the next 5 years? How many outlets are you planning to open?
First and foremost, I think we will be 5 years old this July 28. In a short period of 5 years, we have grown to 11 outlets in Malaysia, 7 outlets internationally, namely 3 in Singapore, 3 in China, and 1 in Manila. By year end, I'm not talking about 5 years away. By year end, right, Malaysia, we are confirmed to hit 15 outlets with openings coming up in Genting, Sabah, and other parts of KL. Overseas, by year end, we are adding at least another. We are adding another 3 more stores internationally for this year. For 17, as I mentioned, we have already in midst of, not saying midst, very signed locations already. We should be about 35 outlets in by end of 17. So you say in 5 years' time, my personal goal or ambition is hopefully we will be in another 5 more countries than, except for the 4 countries we are in now. I hope to be in at least by then 9 to 10 countries and maybe 60 to 70 outlets globally. Actually, we are already speaking to potential partners from Myanmar and Indonesia, and of course next on the horizon will be Thailand, Vietnam, and yes, I forgot, we already have numerous inquiries from down under Australia.
So talking about expanding in Muslim countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, are you experiencing any red tapes in these countries?
Honestly, in Malaysia, I have not experienced any red tape so far. Everything has been very smooth. The government, so-called, has been very supportive. Only thing, when we look for locations in the mall, right, we tend to go for locations where it's not at right smack at the entrance because of the sensitivity of that.
So Jeffrey, about competition, right? We look at kitchens like Anti-Bar and kitchen restaurants like this. Are you concerned of the competition in the market?
Actually, I'm not because number one is I think it's good for the market because they also help to educate people to eat pork ribs. Okay. Secondly, it's also it keep my guys on their toe. And thirdly is I think they are more of an independent kind of operator, maybe a 1 or 2 outlet. Whereas we are more of, we are dealing on a chain restaurant kind of basis.
Now, I understand that most of the outlets here in Malaysia, about 11 outlets, all of them, right, are owned by you, Jeffrey. So, are you planning to sell the franchise license to others?
We are starting to look at partnership. I would say more partnership than pure franchise for areas like Sabah, Sarawak, and down south Johor. But overseas market, actually for Singapore and Philippines is pure franchise. Only China is corporate owned because I'm very excited about the China market and I do not want to give up that pie of the market at this juncture.
Setting up outlets in a predominantly Muslim country has not hampered Morgan's, rather helping to carve a niche market. The food and beverage player is not resting on its laurel, but has its sights on 5 more countries in 5 years.